G'day, this is Jim from Living Life Now. Today I'll be talking about the cruise destination port of Papeete in Tahiti. Now Papeete is the capital of Tahiti and Tahiti's the capital of the French Polynesia. Tahiti's located in the Society Islands and most cruise ships will stop there for the day or into the night due to taking on supplies. Now in this video I'll take you through what you can expect in a day in Tahiti and I'll take you through what we got up to in our time there. Anyway, let's get into it. Papeete has a population of 26,000 in the city and approximately 140,000 on the island and metro area. Cruise ships dock right in the centre of the city and the facilities at the terminal are pretty good. There's ATM, taxis available, buses, everything you need there, and very convenient. We were there on a Sunday and everything's shut on a Sunday. And it's actually good to see where the locals enjoy their Sunday, and Sunday traditionally is a day of rest and they certainly enjoy a day of rest. Now the city itself is very walkable and the local markets with its fresh produce and its fish and its flowers and its handicraft and the vanilla and the black pearls and the souvenirs is best to visit in the morning. And on the Sunday that we were there, it's only open till 10 AM. We didn't have anything booked, so we teamed up with Phil and Anne and we decided just to go off the ship and see where the guides take us. Many people decide to do the Circle Tahiti tour, which is approximately 60 miles and takes most of the day. What I saw, the price for a bus was about $60 US for a large bus, and if you wanted a mini bus that took less people, it was about $70 US. We weren't keen to travel all the way around the island because we heard the views were nice, but not spectacular. We did inquire about a safari by jeep into the centre of the island, but this was sold out. So we decided to make our way to the taxis to see what they could offer. Now the first group of taxi drivers said that they were already booked, and then we came across Popo. Popo was a lady of our age and she had the headrest on, the dress, and she had a little bit of character. So she asked us how much we were prepared to spend. We told her how much does 200 US give us. And she said she could show us her beautiful island 3 hours, and if we want to extend further it would be $50 an hour after that. So we found out what kind of car Popo had, and it was a suitable, comfortable car. So off we went. Popo was a lovely lady, but she was probably the slowest driver in Tahiti. But she would drive around town and out of town and wave to everyone and said, they all call me grandma and mother, they all love me. But she loved her people and she was a fair dick of good character. So off we went and she explained to us how much things cost and the local culture and her story and how she came across speaking such good English. I always say sometimes people don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, and Popo had some good stories. She took us out of town first and out to a waterfall. Now on the way to the waterfall she told us about the villages and the local people who own the land around the waterfall, and they were interesting people. This young group that would pass were having a party since Friday night and we were there on the Sunday morning. So they were a little bit messy, but there's messy young people all around the world. Hey boys. Hey boys.
This is our area.
The waterfall was interesting. It was only a short walk and it was very nice through the picturesque Tahiti bush. I went down by the water's edge and got attacked by these little midgy mosquito things and had to wave them off. I bought myself some coconut water and a coconut from the local people. Cost me $5 US, but it was a nice experience. And always happy to put some money in the local pockets. And then off we went to this nice little cove and we saw some whales jumping in the distance and they're blowing their spouts. And I had a look at the black beach and there were some motorcycle people there. I was surprised at the amount of cyclists cycling around Tahiti too. We couldn't enter the blowhole there because it was locked off due to falling rocks. Next stop was Popo's sister's house, but she wasn't home. But she had a nice house and we had a look from the outside and on we went. Now we had a look at the surf beaches and we had a look at some beautiful lookouts. And then we went out to the point where the historic lighthouse is, past the Protestant church, and there was locals as far as the eye can see. And it was good to see the locals out on their Sunday. Good luck, bad luck about being on there on a Sunday, but you got to see how the locals live on a Sunday. And they go to the beach. Who would have ever thought? Now, we asked Popo whether we could get into one of these hotels, and she said sure. She said, I know everyone. So she took us to the Pearl, and it was a very nice hotel. When she pulled up out the front, the security greeted her and said, no, for guests only. So she ignored him and went into reception and said, these people want to have a drink and an eat here. Can they come in? So they waved us through and said, yes, enjoy the facility. So we went down by the pool that had beautifully overlooking the beach, and we decided to have some morning tea there and a refreshment. We lingered there for a while, and morning tea turned into more refreshments, and then we had some lunch. Phil and I had a beautiful steak. The girls had some nice chicken salad and some cocktails. Then we had a swim in the black sand beaches, and we had a walk along the beach. And then we had a couple more drinks, and we had a dip in the pool. The facilities were great. We had some towels with us, and we freshened up in the toilets and the showers. After quite a few $100 and a gypsy good time, the hotel called us a cab back to the terminal. Now, I'm not suggesting everyone does this, but it is an option here. And you should consider it. But you've got to be a little bit brave, and you've got to just go with the flow. If you get knocked back, you get knocked back. But we were happy to invest money in that hotel, and so they were happy to share that facility. And it's as simple as that. Don't expect to go there and use anything and not have a meal or a feed, because that's not how it works. We made our way back to the terminal, and lucky enough there was a little bit of a show going on out the front. So we'd already had a little bit of liquid courage, so we joined in and had a bit of a dance and enjoyed the show. So from there the sun was setting, so we decided to go for a walk along the promenade and take in the beautiful sunset. Now you really get a beautiful sunset view just out at the first roundabout. It's only about 500 metres, and they've got some bars down there and places you can eat and sit. But we just stayed on the promenade and watched the sunset and admired the yachts. And the glow of the sun over the Pacific is absolutely stunning as it sets over Moria. Anyway, that was our day, and we enjoyed our time and met some lovely people in Tahiti. The people that did the island tour, that went around the island, some liked us, some didn't. Anyway, lots to consider, but often it's about the people you meet and the locals that you engage with that make a port or don't make a port. Alright, if you enjoyed this, give it the old thumbs up and subscribe, and yeah, we'll catch you next time. Hooroo!